Hey, Coach Erik here. This is one of my junior elite players, Ryan, and this is a video Ryan sent me from California, and we're doing a lot of work on his short game. And the one on the left is the before, the one on the right is after. And when it comes to good players, we're making simple adjustments. Now, Ryan was hitting some simple pitch shots around the green here on both occasions and was complaining of bottoming out just a little bit earlier, what we call dumping, or hitting it a little bit thin on occasion. So what I've done is I've drawn a yellow line on the right side of his head on both these videos. And what you can see on the left is as Ryan takes the club away, his setup looks pretty darn good. And as he starts to take the club away to this point, you can see that his head has remained on the yellow line. Now, what that's done is it's taken his sternum and it's moved it just a little bit behind the golf ball. Now, if he does a good job of a lateral move coming back, he can make really crisp contact with this golf ball. But let's see what happens. As he starts back down into the ball, you can see this nice shift of his right knee moving towards, but look at his head and his spine, how it never moves off that yellow line, the back of his head. And this looks like pretty good contact, pretty good form, but it's just off, just enough to create poor contact. Okay, so the quick adjustment we made was just allowing his head to move towards the target on the backswing, which would help keep his sternum in position. All right, so you can see the difference. So let me take this one back up to the top here. Okay, right about there. And now let's take this one on the right. This is this morning. Okay, you can see there how his head is now moved off of the golf ball and off of the yellow line, move towards the target, and that puts his sternum more on top of the golf ball than behind the golf ball. From there, big changes happen. His lead arm is going to start the downswing, as he already knows, in these little finesse shots around. Lead arm's dropping, hips aren't pulling too hard. You can see as he comes through, so even to a point where he's about right there, you can see his head is still on the yellow line. Very, very decent technique on the left, but just not the level that Ryan expects to play at. Okay, and you can see here as we come into impact the difference. And let's be fair and go to the same point, right about there. You can see his head is starting to swivel. Okay, so his eyes and his neck and everything are starting to release towards the target. And we'll keep going here. Now his head starts to release on the left. So these are the small adjustments that players like Ryan and I work on. We're not making big changes every time we're together. We're fine-tuning things. That's the difference between a ball that is in control, has good contact, has good trajectory, and good spin. So great job by Ryan. Something to learn from a 10-year-old.